Hello everyone. Welcome to the day one of the NLP fluency course. So I'll actually start with the NLP pre-processing, which is, the major topic in NLP, which everybody should know. So this is the notebook of NLP pre-processing. So here I'll be using the NLTK library. So first to begin with, I want to start with what is NLP. So NLP is basically the dynamic field bridging the gap between the human natural language and the computer. So it basically converts the natural language in in a manner that, it is understood by the computers altogether. Now there are, I mean, to start with, like NLP in everyday's life, you feel it like you are using NLP in everyday's life, but you are not aware that this is NLP, right? For example, the voice assistant. So Alexa is one of the good example wherein you say to Alexa that play this song, then accordingly it plays the song, right? Spam detection is basically automatic filtering and blocking the unwanted email. So this is a very good example wherein, NLP, so with the help of pre-processing on the email language, we try to classify it, whether it's a spam or non-spam. Then it's a machine translation, for example, Google to Hindi, Hindi to Marathi, whatever it is. So it's the Google Translator is available on the Google, which people use, so much to, translate the languages from one to another. Then there is a sentiment analysis, which is very popular. Like if you go and, watch some movies, then in that you have to give some sentiments, like whether the movie was good, whether the movie was bad. But actually, people put comments in multiple different manners. So how do they, how to make those into categorize whether it's a good movie or bad movie, what should be the rating. So all those things come into the sentiment analysis, wherein the role of NLP comes into play. Now there are multiple Python libraries. If you see, so its first library is the NLTK library natural language toolkit, which we'll be using for this demo. And then there is a Spacy library, Gensim library, and there are some Hugging Face Transformer library. So we'll look, so in this tutorial, we'll be looking at the NLTK library going forward. Now let's just look at what is the NLP pipeline to start with. First, definitely we should be having some data. Without this, we cannot work on. For example, in the spam detection, we need some data and, so all those things is needed. So then you need to apply some pre-processing on the NLP because whatever I'm saying to you, for example, I am talking in English. That is again a natural language. But my language is not in the manner that it can be, understood by the machines altogether, because I might be saying the same thing, but you might be saying the same thing, but the languages are different, right? So in that way, we need to do some pre-processing, which is, that also the topic of this first lecture. And then once the pre-processing is there, then we can, make multiple extractor for extracting out multiple features. So this will, discuss later. And then at the later stage, we need to do the modeling. So let's just start first, begin with the NLTK library for doing the pre-processing. So as far, I mean, so far you understood what is NLP, what is natural language. But as I said, so you cannot, use this natural language in a direct manner, right? So you have to do some pre-processing, So what do you do? What do you need to do? So in this is basically the Google Colab. And then in that, I am just installing my NLTK library. So this is simple pip install NLTK. So after that, you need to import this package, like import NLTK. You can use the import function and import the NLTK. Then we need to download some of the things which are needed. For example, this PunkET tab. So this is needed for the tokenization. We need to have this. So we'll go if to tokenization, Stowers, and lemmatization going forward. But it's just that you need, so in NLTK, there are the packages for tokenization, there are something for the Stowers, there are something for lemmatization, there are something for post tagging. So all those maybe just, remember that this is how you can do it. And in the later stage, basically what you can do, this is like putting some licensing issues, SSL certificate. So bypassing the SSL certificate in NLTK that you need to do, right? So this all you can assume that you, so this is what we need to, use the NLTK library in any of the Python code. Now, once I run the code, if you see, this is the run button. If you run it, then you see that all the packages being downloaded to my workplace. Now starts the real magic. This is like the test pre-processing, NLTK pre-processing. So first we'll, see the example of the tokenization. So as I said, from NLTK, we, downloaded the tokenized Tokenization. So tokenization, what it is? Like tokenization can be at the word level, can be at the sentence level. So tokenization is nothing but, for example, this is my sample text, right? This is my natural language. Natural language processing is a fascinating field of artificial intelligence. So tokenization, first preprocessing, that is tokenization, which is very, very important, is nothing but to, make this natural language, to basically convert it into the tokens. Tokens are nothing but the word. For example, natural is one of the token. Then language is another token. Processing is another token. So whatever is clubbed together, that is our token. So we want something, to tokenize our text all together in our code. So let us see. So word tokenization, as I said, it is split the text into words. Sentence tokenization, it is split the text into sentence. Sentence means basically, for example, this is one of my sentence. Natural language processing is fascinating field of artificial intelligence. So this will go at one place, then this will go at another place. So all those things are needed. So from NLTK.tokenize, we need to import the word tokenize and the sent tokenize, right? So once we do that, so let us, go to some hands-on exercise. So let me actually run this for you. Right. So first we are on the tokenization. So let's go to tokenization. So as I written over here, tokenization is the process of breaking down text into individual words or tokens. I think it is very much clear. So it provides two main functions. First is for the split text into words, like natural language processing. Split text into sentence. For example, it split the text based on the full stop and, split the set text into sentences. Now let's just look at the below demo. So what I am doing here, let me first run it and then show you the output. So this is my, what I did, I am first giving the demo of the sentence tokenization. So what I am doing, send tokenize my sample text and my sentences. Then I want to print those sentences. So what I can do, so for loop is nothing but to print the sentences. Then one by one, I mean, it's like a iterator in Python, if you know about. So I am actually enumerating on the sentences and then giving the index. Like I want to see how many sentences it got generated by the tokenization. So if you see below, so the first sentence is this, which is clear. Second is this, and the third is this. So it has, printed all the sentences which are there in my sample text. This is how you can do it. And then now coming to the next one, which is like the word tokenization. So word tokenization, again, you can use the word tokenize and the sample text, then the words, and then you can, see that total number of words are 40. I printed out what is the length of my words, what are the length of my tokens in the sample text. If you see, I printed it, so it came out to be 40 in my sample text. And if I want to print the first 20 text, so basically I can use this colon 20. So this will, give the first 20 tokens. So this is how I'm printing. I want to see that what all tokens being generated, but to print on all those 40 on the workspace might look very clumsy. So which is why I just printed the first one. Right. So I think now this is clear, right? So this is how I'm doing it, tokenization, how it works, so all those things, right? Now coming to the second thing. Second is basically the stop words removal. So for the stop words removal, what you have to do, so nltk.corpus. So in nltk corpus, there is a package called stop words. So that you need to import first, right? Once you have imported that stop words package, then basically here comes the magic. So in the stop words, there are stop words dot words. You need to call this function, and then I need to work on the English text. So I will be using the stop words from the English. Right. So basically, stop words. What is stop words removal? So stop words are the common word that typically don't control to the meaning. For example, the, is, at, which. So all those things do not contribute any meaning because I like the movie. You might say I dislike the movie, right? The is coming in both the thing, but actually the content or intent of both the sentences are different, which is why we need to first remove the stop words because it unnecessary make my sample text to be bigger. So which is why we actually remove these stop words. For this, we actually call the stop words dot words that is there in NLTK and then load the English package. And I am putting set here because I just want to have, because there are some repetition. So I just want to, put the set so that only the unique ones comes here. Now comes this list comprehension. So how you can see it, like, for example, so these words, do you remember these words are nothing but my token? So what I am doing it, for loop word in words. Basically, I am iterating over each token and then converting it into the lower. And if it is not in stop my words, if it is not in my stop words list, then I am actually saving it. So in the end, you will see. Let me run it. So okay. So in the end, you will see that original word count. Original word count what was 40, as we saw earlier also. So after stop words removal, when I printed it, so it was 30. Basically, 10 were my stop words. So it's a huge thing. Like 25% of my data was a stop word. So that I removed altogether, right? So this is important. So this is how I can do it, right? So stop words removal, tokenization. So after tokenization only we can remove the stop words, because I am iterating over the tokens and checking whether it is there in the stop words or not. If it is not there, then I am saving it. This is like the simple thing which I did it here. Now let's come to the third preprocessing, which is the stemming. This is again very important. For example, I mean, English language is very complex, right? For example, running, ran, or run, all those, correspond to the run only, right? But just because of this suffix like ing, it has, become running, right? But we do not want the complexity in the data to go like running, ran, and then run, all those three tokens to go in my, in my modeling process. So what we do is stemming. So stemming is basically is the process of reducing the word to their root word. For example, running root word is run, fishish root word is fish. So NLTK has some inbuilt packages which can, do the stemming. Stemming is nothing but to come to the root, right? So how we can do it, right? So let's just see. So for doing, doing out the stemmer, so what you can do, you can use this one. From nltk.stem, there is the porter stemmer that you need to import. So once you have imported that, so let me go down to the stemming. Now, so in the porter stemmer, this is my function. I am actually, calling, saving it in one of the object. This is like the porter. Now, what I am doing is, so let's suppose I remove the stop word. So words, no stop. Now I'll be working on the tokens which are not in the stop word. So I am just iterating over all the tokens and then porter dot stem. So in the porter, this object dot stem, I need to call this function dot stem and apply it on token by token. So once I do that, then there would be the stems words coming in. So if you see below, I am just printing it original token. So if you see here, original token was natural and it got converted to the nature. So this is like the stamp word. Language got converted to the language. If you see, by default, the lower case is coming, because in NLP, lower and upper case are different altogether. So this is now coming, right? So if you see, so all those things, it's like intelligence is intelligent, artificial is artificial. So it's like the stamp word. It has converted into the stamp words. So if you see here what I printed, original versus the stem words. So what I am doing is I am just printing the first 10 words and the stem words, first 10 words. So I am zipping it, and after zipping it, I am actually printing it. So this is how I am doing it, that how it should look like altogether, right? So this is the stemming. I mean, it's very important. Now come to the lemmatization. Lemmatization is again similar to the stemming, but it's like more meaningful result it provide. For example, better become good, because in a way the better meaning is similar to the good only, right? So in a way, but in the stemming it won't be the good, right? But in lemmatization, all those things like better, or wonderful, all those things will become to the good only. So it is again one step forward from the stepping, because it comes to the more meaningful, more basic meaningful word which is common to all types of tokens altogether, right? So let us look at now. Let me go above and tell you. So from NLTK stem again, so there is a WordNet lemmatizer. First, you need to import it. So once you have imported it, if you go down, 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 yeah. So then lematizer, right? So then WordNet lematizer, this is one of the class. You need to create an object of it. And then again, it's the same thing. You need to iterate over the stop words. And then you need to apply the function lematize on all the words. And this is how the lematize word will appear here. Now, if I see, now I want to see what is my original word, stamped word or lemmatized word. So I'm just printing, the first 10 words and I'm printing it. So if you see the natural is nature in stamped and then natural in lemmatized. So definitely, I mean, there is a difference. Although the content is same, we want to, bring our data, our language to the one that is already standardized in terms of the root word or in terms of like the different meaning. I mean, we want to have the all the tokens have whosoever tokens are having similar meaning, so to come to the same root, right? So if you see language is language processing, NLP, right? So all those things has come here. So if you see, right? So this is like the lemmatization. Now coming to the post tagging, this is like the six pre-processing on the NLP. So what is post tagging means is post tagging. Like me, if you go to more English grammar, so if you see like whatever text I have, whether it's a noun, verb, and adjective, that I want to see, right? So post tagging, part of speech tagging is nothing but is the process of marking up a word with their corresponding part of speech. So part of speech can be noun, word, adjective in terms of the grammar. This we want to do, right? This is useful if we want to have the word sense analyze. What is the word, whether it's a noun, verbs, all those things comes here. So in again, basically NLTK dot post tag, there is a, you need to call this and then so words is nothing but your tokens, basically, right? So you are applying the post tagging to all the tokens altogether. Here do not need the list comprehension, basically to iterate over each token because this can be done, in a complete automatic manner. Now, so this is like the post tag. Now what I am doing, I am just printing it. So I am actually in the post tag, first 20 element, I am just printing it. So let me actually show what I did in the end. Okay, so if you see, so natural is the adjective, then it's a noun, it's a verb. So all those things has come, right? So if you see in NLTK, NN is correspond to nine singular, then it's noun plural, then VB is verb base form, verb past tense, adjective, adverb, preposition. So if you see like DT, you might got confused like what is DT, right? So DT is here the determiner. So that I have written for you, like what the DT means in NLTK in terms of the post tag. Right. So this is now, I think, clear to you what is post tagging. So now comes the basically the last step. I want to, give some practice example of how the things goes in NLP in terms of processing. So what I did here, so basically, let's suppose this is my raw text. This is my text. Now I want to pre-process it. So in Python, you can have the function created because it's like the consecutive. First need to do tokenization, we need to do stop words, then we need to do lemmatization or stemming, then we need to do the post tagging. So what I am doing is I using this function. First of all, I am passing the text. First, I am tokenizing it, right? Then on the tokenization text, that is the words, I am iterating over each word and checking if it is there in the stop words, then accordingly saving it in one of the list. And then I am then using the package, using the class lematizer in NLTK, I am just doing the lemmatization of each and every tokens which are not in the stop words. So once it is there on the lemmatized tokens, I am doing the post tagging. So this is how I can do it in LTK post tag. And in the end, what I am doing, I am returning the original word, stop word, lemmatized word, and post tagging. This is what I am doing. And then in the end, basically, I am just printing like what all things are there. So if you go below, so what I printed, this is my original text. Now this is the original word count after stop words removal is 24. So if you see again in this example, significant number of the tokens are in the stop words. So this is very, very important step to stop the words which are not at all making any sense to come further. Let us stop it, right? Then now what I am doing is, so it's like I am printing like post tagging. So of all the words which are getting stopped, which are getting lemmatized, all those things I am printing here. Okay, so yeah, thanks everybody.